Hello, my name is Dr. Tatyana Harris, and I am the founder and CEO of PECRO Research, a professional, educational, clinical research knowledge organization. Thank you for taking the initial steps to learn more about diversity in clinical and pharmaceutical research. This lesson is designed to inform and validate the lack of minority research participation rates. Let's get started. Trust. We all have seen the news and our social media pages indicating the lack of minority research participation rates. But there isn't an acknowledgement that there is an element of trust that needs to be addressed. There is a history of research non-compliance and unethical treatment of Black Americans, which validates this distrust. Many minorities do not trust the federal government or their healthcare providers. Where did the distrust start? There are plenty of non-compliance issues in regard to Black Americans in medical research, but I'm going to list two well-known issues. Let's start with Marion Sims. I'm pretty sure that plenty of minorities are aware of this person who is known as the father of modern gynecology. Sims conducted unethical gynecology experiments on enslaved women without anesthesia, all in the name of gynecology medicine. Let that sink in. He tortured African American women and is honored for his work. Let's move up to the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. This study was sponsored by the federal government. The researchers targeted African American men, infected them with syphilis, and denied them treatment when penicillin was available and an acceptable treatment for syphilis. Now, let me pause. The federal government infected African American men with the disease and denied them treatment. These are just a few incidents that validates why minorities do not trust the federal government or research. We want to acknowledge that the apprehension minorities have about research is valid. We also want minorities to understand that what happened then is less likely to happen now. This is achieved with research education. First, the acknowledgement. As a direct result of the non-compliance and unethical treatment of these African American men in the Tuskegee syphilis experiment, the National Research Act of 1974 was created. Now, this act demands that there are regulations in place to protect human subjects. The Tuskegee syphilis experiment ended in the early 1970s. Now, that's not too far from today. But now there are regulations and policies in place to protect human subjects. Had the Black American been aware of the broken ethical regulations that govern the Tuskegee syphilis experiment, they may not have participated in that research, which is why it is important to learn about research regulations and policies. This is where education comes into play. I stated two non-compliance and unethical incidents that happened, which validates the minority's apprehension against research. We want you to learn about the past so you can make better decisions now. This helps minorities to make informed decisions about research. At PECRO Research, we are correcting the past by offering research education to all citizens. Yet we focus our educational efforts on minorities as they are the demographic that is impacted the most by this lack of research education. How are we making a change? We facilitate trust by recognizing the fears that minorities have about research. It is valid, and we as a society have to understand this apprehension. Then at PECRO Research, we teach you on research regulations. We understand the fears, but we want you to make decisions about your health based on information, not fear. Then we invoke a call to action by connecting you to local research providers to increase research diversity. Let me reiterate, PECRO is not designed to tell you what to do, but to offer information so you can make informed decisions based on information and not fear. How it works. You started the process by reviewing this information. Now we want you to learn more. Click on the Why Research lesson to learn why minority research participation is important. Then get educated on research regulations and policies by clicking on Research 101. This will help you make informed decisions about research participation. For additional information or to ask questions or comments, send an email or mail us a letter. PECRO Research is the bridge between research and the minority community. Thanks for watching this lesson.